Hi everyone, today is February 5th, 2021, and I read I'm in the process of reading Genesis chapter 36. I literally just read today's passage for around 5 times. I've read it on my own and I've listened to it while reading. I've done everything that I could right now and I'm not really understanding it. Like, I understand the scripture itself, but I don't know what it means to me or what I have to take away from it. It's about Esau's descendants, and I usually struggle with genealogies, but thanks to my dad, I've kind of learned to ease into them and to look at what's special in them or what its role is, because everything in the Bible has a purpose, whether it's to show a timeline for the next chapter. And so I've looked at the chapter before and tomorrow's chapter too, but it doesn't really have anything to do with Esau's descendants because, spoiler alert, tomorrow's chapter is going to talk about Joseph's dreams. So I was really confused about that. On top of my confusion, I found literally nothing special about today's genealogy, and it was just making me frustrated, maybe even a little mad. And so I think I'm going to take some time off instead of putting that pressure and stress on myself that I have to figure something out to say to the camera in order to upload it for YouTube and get today's journey over with. I think I want to maybe even talk to my mom and dad about it and maybe even read it with them and really figure out what it means to me and what it's trying to say. So it might look a little different when I film again, but excuse that because I really want to do this for the right goal. I do my Bible reading and QT early in the morning. You can see the sun rising over there, and I don't like breaking my routine and breaking the flow of things, because if I push this to later on, it means I have school in the afternoons. It's going to be after school, and then talk with my mom. That's going to take bunch more time, and then I have to do this and then homework, and I have a bunch of unnecessary things to worry about, and it just gives me a reason to get this over with. But I'm leaving it up to God, and I think taking more time is a wiser decision than rushing all of this. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I thought the setup was going to be different the next time I saw you guys, but no, I'm in the same sitting. I prayed and I've read the passage over again, and then I was like, God, please give me the wisdom to understand what you're trying to tell me, and then a new idea just popped up in my head. If I can't understand today's genealogy, which is today's whole entire chapter 36, imagine how many people out there are in the same situation as me. So if I can't just deliver a lesson that I took away, why don't I just explain the genealogy itself and walk you guys through it? So that's what I'm going to do right now. It might be a bit shaky sometimes because I'm holding the whole entire tripod in my arms, but this is today's chapters, and these are all the sections that I'm going to walk you guys through and explain to you guys. Okay, so this is the first section I'm going to talk about, and right here I've circled all the wives of Esau and his children and basically who bore them. So Adah first bore Esau Eliphaz, and then Basemath bore Reuel, and then Aholibamah bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. The next section, verses 6 to 8, talks about why Esau and his family had to move to Seir. So it basically says he went away from his brother Jacob because the land could not support them because of their livestock and all their possessions. So Esau settled in the hill country of Seir. Then verses 9 to 14, this whole section right here, just repeats what we went over together the first time. It lists all the names of Esau's sons and all his wives. Moving on to the next section, which is verses 15 to 19, it talks about the chiefs, and I was really confused on that part, so I can't really explain it well to you guys, but you guys can go ahead and read this section on your own, and maybe even comment it down below if you guys want to tell me anything new or tell me what you learned. Now this whole big chunk, 10 verses 20 to 30, talk about the sons of Seir, which is basically who lived there, the inhabitants of the land. And you guys can go ahead and read that if you're interested. The next portion, which is verses 31 all the way to verses 39, tell us about the kings who reigned there. And it tells us right in the beginning, these are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom. Finally, today's chapter ends with all the names of the chiefs repeating again. And yeah, that was chapter 36. I hope this style was okay, and I thought it was a good idea to explain it since I myself was confused too. Well, that was it for today's journey. The format was a complete different kind of thing, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I helped a little bit when it comes to learning more about the Bible. You can watch yesterday's video up there, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with Genesis chapter 37. Bye!